Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kat. For today's video, I am going to be doing a book haul because I did something I told myself I wasn't going to do, and that is buy more books. But you know, I'm a girl and I like reading and I like buying books. I feel like I like buying books more than I like reading. I don't know. But there were some books that interested me and I wanted to buy them, so here we are. So it's not a huge haul, but I feel like I got quite a few books this time around. And there will be more books coming later because I am planning to buy a couple more like thrillers and stuff like that. I feel like I'm kind of getting into a thriller phase now that we are entering the colder months and the colder season. So I will be picking up some thriller books, so expect another book haul sometime soon. But let me just go over the books that I bought recently. Starting off with Quicksilver by Kelly Hart. Quicksilver is a romance fantasy book. It is the first in a series. This has been making waves. A lot of people have been picking up Quicksilver. A lot of people have been loving it and reading it. It's kind of like the same thing that's been going on with Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole, which has been also getting a lot of traction. The funny thing is, I don't really know why I bought it, other than I think because it's so popular that I wanted to buy it and then down the road read it. I know that once the hype kind of comes down, that's kind of when I'm gonna come around to reading it. To be honest, I don't really know what it's about. I think it has to do with a girl who goes through a portal into the Fae world. I think she's human, and yeah, something about portals and Faes. That's all I really know. It's a bit of a chunky book, but hopefully I will get around to reading this later. If you have read this book, let me know what your thoughts are. Speaking of a few thrillers, I have The Only One Left by Riley Sager and House Across the Lake. I read two Riley Sager books earlier. I read Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark. Home Before Dark was the other one, and I loved both of them. I loved Home Before Dark way more. It was creepy, it was scary, it actually scared me a lot, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. And so I wanted to pick up a couple more Riley Sager books because I've enjoyed the first two I liked, and I'm kind of enjoying this author and their writing style, so I figured let me pick up other books. I think these are his other two popular books. I don't know what either of these are about, and that's kind of the mindset I'm going to go in when I start reading them. The Only One Left, I'm planning to buddy read this with my boyfriend. This would be our second book that we'll be buddy reading together. This one sounded really interesting, like really interesting and creepy, so I think that we'll both enjoy it. Then I have the first three books in This Woven Kingdom series by Tahereh Mafi. The first book we have is This Woven Kingdom, These Infinite Threads, and All This Twisted Glory. So I'm dumb, and I thought this was a completed series. I thought this was a completed trilogy. But lo and behold, when I did a little bit more research after buying these books, I learned that these are actually the first three books in an incomplete series, and there's more books coming out. So that was kind of sad, but that's okay. These covers, by the way, are absolutely gorgeous. These colors are so pretty and very pleasing to the eye, and I feel like that's what really captured my attention. But also Erin from Booked and Busy, whose channel I have linked below, she raved about the series so much, and for some reason the way she was describing these books really captured my interest and I wanted to read it, so I decided to pick it up. I've never read anything by Tahereh Mafi before. I know she's widely known for the Shatter Me series, which is gaining popularity again because I think Shatter Me came out like 2011 or something, so it's been over a decade. I think I will buy the Shatter Me series, and I think I want to start with that series first because it is a completed series. I did hear there's a spin-off series coming out, and she will be releasing that book I think next year, but the Shatter Me original series is complete. So I think I'll get to that, and then I'll get to This Woven Kingdom. And then I have the Rook and Rose trilogy by M.A. Carrick. So we have The Mask of Mirrors, The Liar's Knot, and The Labyrinth's Heart. So the Rook and the Rose series, I don't know much about the series either, but I think it has to do something about con artists stealing from the noble houses, something along those lines. But I've heard so many raving reviews about this trilogy. I hear so many good things about it and a lot of positive reviews and praise. And so I'm really interested in what the series holds. And I think it's going to be a fun time. I think it is fantasy. I want to say. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, I do want to give it a try and kind of immerse myself in this world. I think it will be a good time. Now on to some Brandon Sanderson. I had to buy some Brandon Sanderson because how can I not? So I have Warbreaker here, which is one of his standalone books. I've actually heard kind of mixed things about Warbreaker, like those who liked it, loved it, those who didn't like it, really didn't like it. So you either kind of fall on one of the sides of the spectrum, but it is one of his more romantic centered books. I hear there's more romance in this than a lot of his other books, so that really got me curious as to how he developed the romance. Also, I hear the magic system is really great and fun and very unique, and of course that's one of the things he's really known for. Like when I read Mistborn and I read about the magic system in Mistborn, my mind was blown. It was really unique and just very new and fresh, so definitely want to know how the magic system plays out in here. I will be doing a reading vlog. I think I'm going to be doing reading vlogs for all of Brandon Sanderson books. I think it will be a fun time, but I will be doing a dedicated reading vlog to this book. How could you have a Sanderson collection without the Stormlight Archives? Woo! I have the first 4 books in the Stormlight Archives. First, we have The Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, and Rhythm of War. These aren't books. These are bricks. Like literally each book is over 1,000 pages. So if you want to use these books as a weapon, I'm sure you can do some heavy damage. So I bought these books because I have a huge interest in starting the Stormlight Archive books. I know the 5th book, Wind and Truth, is coming out in December. It is highly anticipated. So many people are looking forward to this. So many people are rereading the Stormlight Archives or just starting it in preparation for Wind and Truth. The 5th book concludes the first arc of the Stormlight Archives, and I think Brandon Sanderson is planning to have 2 arcs. So this first one would be complete after Wind and Truth, and then a second arc will happen sometime in the distant future. I do want to read these books, not in preparation for Wind and Truth, because I honest to God do not think I will be able to get through these 4 books before Wind and Truth. That's okay, because I'm not doing this in preparation for Wind and Truth. I just want to read it for the sake of reading it. When Wind and Truth does come out, eventually I'll buy that book, but I just want to read and delve into this world that I'm hearing so many fantastic things about. Majority of people that I've seen who read Stormlight Archives love it. They truly love it. They're enamored by this world and especially these characters. I'm a sucker for 2 things: world building and character development. And I hear that the way the author does it in these books is just masterful. So very excited. Eventually I'll get to these humongous tomes here. I love how floppy they are though. This is like really fun. Like I could just do this all day. If you've read the Stormlight Archives, which I feel like a majority of the world's population has, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, let me know your thoughts. That's it for my book haul. If you read any of those books, let me know which ones you read and what your thoughts on them were. And there will be another book haul sometime in the near future, so look forward to that. I know I am. I will see you guys in another video. Please be safe. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the wonderful fall weather if you are in the States. See you next time. Bye.